Hello and welcome back to the Limited Queue. This is our God knows what number Fates Reforged draft. We just started up. We're gonna first pick a mob rule. There are some other notables in this pack, mostly Reach of Shadows, and Outcast is good, but it's not first pickable. Reach of Shadows is good, but I'm just a rare whore basically. So we're gonna just take the mob rule. Warflare is awesome. It's actually a really strong pack, and now that I look at it, Warflare, Battle Rage, Soul Summon, Outcast, Reach of Shadows, Hunt the Weak, Harsh Sustenance. It's got some fixing. These are all very playable cards. Not even like moderately playable, like very playable cards. But we're still going to take the mob rule, just because mob rule single-handedly wins games. Done. The person passing to us tonight, right now, is Naughty Trolls and B Jam and J. B Jam and J, you sound familiar. Rock Chalk, Doze Green, PJ2YYY2, Ectof1, and Gerard Lich Lord of Earth. Well, I definitely think that Gerard Lich Lord of Earth takes the prize for the most awesome name. I think, yeah, that just wins right there. Okay, so we get past the Dousing Gloom, oh no, we get past a Valorous stance. Well, bam! This is probably the most powerful uncommon in the set. It's incredible. It's just really, really good for 2 mana. It's insane. This is one of those cards where like when they made it, you go, were you on drugs? Um, I kind of don't want to take it because I feel like the most successful archetype in this draft is blue-red aggro. Getting past the Douse and Gloom is big, so if we pass that now, it means that we shouldn't go into black. So which kind of pigeonholes us into either Boros or Jeskai. We've had good luck with both. Mardu Woe Reaper, 1 for a 2/1 is always good. Passing a Mardu Scout, our second Mardu Scout that we're passing, and that is one of the staples of the both the blue red aggro and Boros aggro archetypes. But I still think that Mardu Woe Reaper is better. I think we'll be able to pick up scouts later if we wanted them. Lots of blue. Lots of blue here. Lots of playable blue here. I think that's notable. Reality shifts, Jeskai Sage, Whisk Away. Okay. Huh. Bathe in Dragonfire. I think, or Rage Form. I think the Rage Form might wheel. A lot of people don't like Rage Form. We're going to take Bathe in Dragonfire because removal is good. I do like the speed of this draft. Okay. Yeah. Um. Ugh. Tempted to take the Cunning Strike. Maybe we'll be red, white, splash blue. I don't know. No, you know what? No, let's take the Smoldering Efreet. That fits into our Boros aggro pretty well. I don't like Lightning Shrieker. I don't think it's good. I mean, it's basically a really crappy a lava axe. It's a lava axe that can be blocked. That's what Lightning Shrieker is. I think that Sage's Reverie is better than it looks because it cantrips. It's +1/+1 to a creature, cantrip, right? Ah, well, we didn't take it, so. Mardu Shadow Spear is tempting. That would put us into Mardu. But I think the Dragon Bell Monk is more what we want. The Hero's Blade is also worthwhile, maybe. Gorswine's also good, actually. If we're playing an early aggro deck and we really swing down with the beats, swinging in with a 4/1 can hurt a little bit. I think that might be what we take here. We're gonna take Gorswine over Dragon Bell Monk, which is a little weird. It feels weird to do that. I'm regretting taking the Smoldering Efreet last turn. We should have taken the Sage's enchantment thing. Let's take Bell Monk over Gorswine. Sky Captain, I think, is the insta grab here. Ooh, there's also a Warflare. And it's getting late, and we only have one Fates Reforged pack to play around with, huh? Huh. Let's take the Warflare over the Sky Captain. Just want to make sure we have at least one. Oh, well, that figures. Of course, we'll pick up another one right after, right? Let's take the Teamer Battle Rage. I hate this stupid card, the Aven Skirmisher. I just hate it. Let's take the Fierce Invocation. Let's just grab the Fixing to bother somebody, although I kind of want to take the Crew Shock. I think the Fixing would be more helpful to somebody this late. We might take the Fearsome Awakening just because we might actually run it if we run into something Mardu. Now let's take the Thornwood Falls. Let's take the Vanguard in case we end up in Mardu somehow. Let's take the Refocus in case we yeah, let's take the Refocus in case we end up in Jeskai. Let's take the Reverie. I kind of wanted to take it before, to be honest. Although it probably would be more effective if we had like a Rage form or a Light form. I still think Boomkeg is okay. It's basically a forecasting cost Rift Bolt. That's just how I view it. Cracking a Pearl Ink Ancient. Cracking a Pearl Ink Ancient is interesting. Um, I don't know if it's going to be enough to bring us into Jeskai. But what's interesting about this is that there's really no other option for us. We could take the Trumpet Blast, but we already have two War Flares, and I think War Flares are better. We could take the Arrow Storm, but honestly, it'll probably wheel. So we're going to take the Ancient. It is the best card in the pack, but it's not really the best. It's weird. This is a weird pick here. Now we have, I mean, the best card here is Saddle Brood, I think. And once again, there's really nothing else for us. So we could take the War Shrieker. War Shrieker's not bad. Saddle Brute makes me want to maybe dabble into Mardu, though. Let's take the War Shrieker. Maybe end up in Jeskai for Pearl Lake Ancient. I don't want to go in too many directions here. Let's take the Burn Away. I do appreciate the speed of this draft. Let's take out the Fierce Invocation. We're probably not going to run that. Right? Maybe. Probably not going to run the Efreet. Sage's Reverie would be much better if we had like Rage form or Light form. Like much better. You know, like comes into play, draw two. That sounds legit. I still think it's underrated though, because it's a +1/+1 cantrip. How bad can it be? We could take the Rough Rider, we could take the War Shrieker, we could also take the Treasure Cruise. This is an interesting pack. I think we're gonna go with the Shrieker. Not really seeing, I mean, other than the random treasure cruise, not seeing a lot of stuff that's like dragging me into Jeskai. I mean, a treasure cruise is not enough. It'd be interesting. Maybe we could splash a few Swiftwater Cliffs and make like if we had like two treasure cruises, that would be interesting. I could swing. I could see that. What did I take when I didn't take the Outpost? I think I took the War Shrieker, right? Let's take a Horde Ambusher here. Weird. The draft is weird. It just feels weird. I feel like we're getting cut from the left. How is this possible? What do we pass? Oh, we passed that Dousing Gloom. So this guy's Mardu. Gerard Lich of the Earth. Gerard Lich Lord of Earth is playing Mardu because we passed him a lot of black. We passed him the Reach in Shadows. We passed him the Dousing Gloom. Yeah, we handed him a lot of black, so then he went Mardu, which makes sense because that now we're getting cut in red and white. Shit. Huh. Let's take the Defiant Strike, I guess. I don't want a Trumpet Blast with two War Flares. That's overkill. Leaping Master. What the hell is this? I mean, I guess we take the Trumpet Blast here, right? Our curve is weird. Our picks are dying quickly. Our creature count is eh. This is not the best draft for us, I'll tell you that. Another Saddle Brute makes black tempting. Well, let's stick to our Boros guns and just go with the Aspirant, I think. If either the Saddle Brute or the Ponyback Wheel, we might take that. But then we would need to start picking up some fixing for black. Which really, we haven't seen any. These drafts are just getting so weird. They really are. I never know what's what anymore. I used to have a really good read on stuff. But when people just, like, go four colors, when everybody's going four colors, it doesn't make any flippin' sense. Torn between the Kirin and the Arrow Storm here. Gonna take the Kieran, I think, just because our creature count is lower than I want it to be. And I think the Arrow Storm might wheel. I think I said that about the last one, though. Ride Down fits well into our deck. Tempted to take the Master of the Way, though, but we don't have any fixing. Like, literally, there's zero fixing. And we haven't really seen any fixing. Well, I say that as we pull up a Windsguard Crag. But we're going to take the Bloodfire Expert over the Crag, because I mean, if we're two colors, we're not gonna need red and white fixing. If this was a Swiftwater Cliff, I would consider it more than if it was a Windsguard Crag. Tempted to take the Valley Dasher here, but I'm not sure how well it really fits into our deck. Let's take it anyway. It's better than the Bring Low, I think. Our curve is really weird. Really weird. It's a really late Villainous Wealth. Sultai's open, that's for sure. Saw a lot of late green last time. I guess the right pick here is the Weapon Master, but we're not even going to run it. Let's just rare draft the Villainous Wealth, I guess. We're not splashing blue at this point. There's really nothing that I want to splash blue for. I don't want to add the third color. We're like 10 picks left in the draft. But then at the same time, when every pick just becomes a hate draft, then maybe we're doing the wrong thing. It's a difficult draft to read. It really is. I don't know what people are going. A lot of these picks don't make sense. A lot of what we're seeing doesn't make sense. We're seeing no fixing. I mean, none. We saw the Windsguard Crag, and I think that's might be the only land that we saw that was worthwhile. Russia Battle will take. It's also the only on-color card in the pack. Swarm of Bloodflies is very good. The one or two of these is making me regret not going Mardu. Same with Sultai Scavenger. Let's just take the rare. Oh, I'm blown away. I mean, Sultai's obviously open, but I don't know how we had such a wealth of picks the first pack and then everything just dried up. I don't know what happened. Not happy with this pick either. This is going to be a bad draft for us. I mean, after I say that, we'll probably end up winning it, but I don't see that happening, really. I guess we could take the Siegecraft and then maybe combo out with the Sage's Reverie. That would be hilarious. Sure, let's take another Siegecraft. Make an enchantment deck, a weenie enchantment deck, with two Siegecrafts and a Sage's Reverie. I actually kind of wish we picked up some Dragon's Claws there. No fixing at all. So weird and so sick. I hate when people, like, ugh, nothing. How the hell are we going to build this thing? We only have 13 creatures. Are you serious? 14 if you count the Fierce Invocation. And we have to cut 6 cards. We have two War Flares, a Trumpet Blast, and a Rush of Battle, huh? I think that might be a slightly overkill. Team or Battle Rage plus Bloodfire Expert seems really good. Just wish we had more Bloodfire Experts. I guess the answer here is take out one of our Rush of Battle Warflare Trumpet Blasts. One of those. How many warriors do we have? It's one, two. We have two warriors. Let's get rid of the Rush of Battle. It's slow. And Warflare's way better anyway. I don't think mana's going to be that big of an issue. Maybe it'll work. Maybe we'll get lucky. Let's add some basics. It says 12 and 5. What? Sort by color. Oh, 12 and 5 isn't happening. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. How about 9, 8? That seems more not ridiculous. And do you want to do 10, 7? Is there a reason to? No. Let's just submit it. So we'll see how our Boros goes. I'm not so sure about this. Alright, I'll see you guys round 1.